Bolivia is a landlocked South American nation with a rich history and culture, but also with a poverty level of 53%. In July 2014, youth and young adults from the Northern Illinois Conference of the United Methodist Church were part of a mission trip to Bolivia, where they experienced many hallelujah moments that opened their eyes and hearts. Let's welcome three members of Aldersgate United Methodist Church who were on that trip. Tara Glenny is a sophomore at Rock Valley College. Kristen Perrott is a freshman at the Illinois Institute of Art in Schaumburg, and her brother Sean Perrott is a sophomore at Auburn High School. So Tara, tell me a little bit about this experience and why you chose Bolivia.
We know Barbara Javor, who's from the Northern Illinois Conference, and she had an affiliation with the Missionaries in Bolivia. And a couple of people had been down there a few times before, so we kind of talked to them and had some meetings with them, and our youth group from Aldersgate was able to go down there with them after a year of fundraising.
Great. And Kristen, what were you looking forward to the most for this trip?
I was really looking forward to the cultural experience. After being down there, it was really nice to see how different their culture is compared to ours.
And Kristen, you were telling me some stories about the people that you met and some of the youth that you met along the way.
We did a youth service the Sunday that we were there. It was really nice to see how just joyful they were down there. And even though they have less than we do, it seems like they don't take as much advantage of the stuff that they have. And they were really uplifting and happy to see us, and it was just really nice.
And Sean, I heard you tried squid.
Yeah.
The food, how was the food?
The food was great. I mean, it wasn't like chemicals. It was natural, and it was good.
Yeah, right.
They have thousands of different types of potatoes down there. So we had lots of potatoes, lots of rice.
So good.
We had the opportunity to try llama steak, and Sean had llama jerky, right?
Yep.
Interesting. And what did you learn about the religious background there and Christians in Bolivia?
I think they just lead a really simple life altogether, and they're very, very devoted Christians. We were in La Paz, or right outside of La Paz, and we learned that some of the members of a church will travel up to 3 hours every Sunday to get to church, and that had a big impact on me, I think, just in my mind. That was really cool.
So it takes you, what, 5 minutes to get to Aldersgate?
Well, a little bit longer, but definitely not 3 hours walking.
Right.
So that was a really powerful statement that someone said that really made me realize how strongly they care about the church. And even just visiting the churches, it's crazy because we have this gorgeous sanctuary that we worship in, and they have a dirt room that they worship in, and they travel 3 hours to get there. So
amazing.
It's pretty
and
cool.
Tell me about the toys that you brought from Aldersgate.
We, as a church, our church makes the little toy wooden cars. Everything's made out of wood. Everybody has a part in it. You can either like cut out the car, sand it, paint it, whatever you want to do. And our church, we asked our pastor if we could take some down with us, because we were told to bring something like a picture or something just as to show them what our life is like here. And we decided to take cars and little frogs, because our youth group were the frogs. And they were really happy to see them, the little kids there. It was so cute to see them playing with them.
What was your experience with the toys, Sean?
I actually take part in helping. Everybody takes part in helping building the toys. My specific job is putting axles into wheels. So, like, with every little car that I saw a kid playing with, I saw a part of me in that kid. So it just made me happy.
What did you bring back? What did you take away? What did you most appreciate about your experience?
There is a lot, I feel like, to take back. Just like I was saying before, kind of like the easygoing lifestyle, the really simple lifestyle that they have, and how appreciative they are of really small things. Kind of going back to the thing with the cars, I remember I gave a car to a little boy, and it was at an eyeglass fair, and he was on the ground playing with the little car and making beeping sounds, and I was talking to him in Spanish, the little bit of Spanish that I kind of know, so he was laughing and just rolling all over, and it was really fun. But I think those experiences where I really got to like interact with people who live down there was a great takeaway from the trip.
And tell me about those eyeglass fairs. I understand that several hundreds of pairs of eyeglasses were donated back earlier, and then you were there to help distribute them. What was that like?
Not a lot of people can see down there, so it's really nice to have them pick up a pair of glasses and to show them that they have to go behind their ears because they don't really know that. And just to see the smile that they get on their face, that they can actually see what's in front of them.
And how did you, Sean, help with the eyeglass fair? What were you in charge of, or what kind of jobs did they give you?
Me and Barb were in charge of sunglasses, and it was fun watching all the people come over and they'd try on sunglasses. Then they'd turn around and look at their friends, and their friends would go no. They'd pick up a different pair, and everybody would start clapping and laughing. And it was just really nice to see everybody having fun.
So you were in Copacabana for that, so you met some missionaries there. Can you tell me a little bit about them, or Kristen or Tara?
Jeff and Deb live in Copacabana, and they have a little house down there, which Chris and I actually got to go to help make pizza sauce and dough and different things when we had our youth gathering, which was fun to be able to see their house and how they live down there, because they're originally from the northern Illinois area. So they've been down there for a few years, I believe, and they really love it. They know all the local people there, and like all the little shop owners, and they just actually opened up a panaderia, which is a little bake shop that they have basically in the middle of Copacabana. So that was really exciting for them, I think, and they're really nice people. They do a lot down there.
Did you really notice, did you see the poverty? I mean, what struck you about that?
It didn't really seem like they were in poverty. Like, you could tell that they were in poverty, but they didn't act like it.
Yeah.
It was just amazing how happy they were just to be there.
Yeah, and I think another thing that struck me was just how excited they were to see us down there. A lot of times people aren't really appreciative of other people coming into their country. They just kind of think tourist. And they, every time we met someone new, they would shake our hand and give us a hug, and it was like you already knew them. So it was really cool.
Sean, would you do another mission trip like this?
Absolutely, any day.
And tell me why.
The impact that it had on me was amazing, and it was almost addictive. Like, I just can't wait to go back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you brought some souvenirs back, right?
Yes, we did. This is actually something that Barb and Elle purchased, and it's a wall hanging.
This way.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
They bought it in Copacabana at just a local shop, and I'm sure it's handmade.
Oh my gosh.
They have tons of really cool souvenirs down there. And I mean, all the stuff is made from like local, like alpaca fur, sheep wool, different things. So
I don't know what you're doing.
It's wonderful. And from what I understand, there were other adult leaders there too that brought laptops and some medicine. So how was that distributed, and what were the people saying after they got that?
Elisa and Wendy brought down a lot of laptops for the kids in school, and I think she had an experiment that she was doing as well, a science experiment that she did with the kids, and she said that went really well. And then what else did they bring? The medicine they used just to kind of as donations, because they don't always have the opportunity to get their hands on something as simple as ibuprofen or something helpful like that. And so they brought all those different medical supplies down to help out with that need.
Many of the things that we take for granted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your story and your experiences in Bolivia. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I'm Anne Marie Gerhardt for Different Drummers and the Greater Chicago Broadcast Ministries. Keep the faith.